Hello, hello, baby. Why were you eating chicken bones? You were eating chicken bones. Chicken bones are not good for you, especially when they're cooked. Hi, guys. Welcome back to Just Me and Charlie. Thank you so much for the support you've shown us over the past couple of days, weeks, and months since we launched. Thank you for liking our videos, for sharing your thoughts in the comment section, sharing links to the videos with your friends, and for subscribing to our channel. Speaking of which, Charlie and I are on the road to 500 subscribers, and we'd really appreciate your support. So if you're watching and you like what you see and you haven't subscribed, please remember to hit the subscribe button. You can even go a step further and click on the notification bell so you're notified every time we post. Remember, subscribing is absolutely free. You're not charged anything by us or YouTube. So yeah, please subscribe if you haven't. Today's episode is a special one. We get to respond to one of you or one of our viewers or one of our fans who also happens to be a former colleague of mine and a close friend of mine. She shared a voice note with me after watching one of our videos. I'll put a link to that video in the description box. So she watched one of our videos and had some feedback as well as some questions to that effect. So Kate, if you're watching, thank you so much for sharing your thoughts with me, and looking forward to responding to that in this video. Remember, if you have any questions that you'd like me to respond to, you can send that in via email. I'll put our email in the description box. If you have my phone number, you can DM me on WhatsApp. Sorry, I won't share my phone number here, but if you have it, you can do that. You can reach out to me on Facebook. And yeah, just share your thoughts, feedback, questions, and I'll respond and react to them. We'll also be talking about what Charlie and I have been up to the past couple of weeks. So stay tuned, watch till the end, and let us know what you think once you're done watching. So to kick things off, we'll start with what Charlie and I have been up to the past couple of weeks. He just turned 9 months to begin with, so happy belated birthday to this young man, or this young adult dog, if you may. He turned 9 months on the 4th of May. To me, that's a very big deal because, like I've mentioned before in the channel, I've never owned a dog before. I've never owned a pet. You know, the farthest I've come to pets is chicken, pigeons, and rabbits. So to have a dog and to nurture a dog from 3 months to 9 months is an achievement to me, as I'm sure is to all of you who have dogs. It's not easy, making sure they have everything they need, from food, shelter, medical care, getting all the exercise they need. All of that is not easy. So to anyone who has a dog and has had their dog since they were young to adulthood, you're doing a good job. That's one of the things that has happened the past couple of weeks. How did we celebrate? I spoiled him. So he had all the chicken meat and all the nice things during his birthday, just to commemorate his birthday. What else have we been doing? Charlie, you're not the only one who celebrated his birthday, right? I also turned 31 a few days ago on the 27th of April. It's not, for me, it's more than just a celebration of a new year of life and not just turning older, but there's some meaning to it this particular year. And for me, a lot of freedom and boldness come with me turning 31. I feel like this is the year I finally get, the courage to do all these things I've wanted to do for a long time. Running a YouTube channel is one of those things, for example. So just the courage to, pursue my dreams, my careers, loving myself more, and just setting out to do all these things I want to do. For me, Charlie's playing with my sock. For me, is a very big deal this year. So a lot of freedom, a lot of boldness, and a lot of intentionality. So just making sure I'm very particular about what I want to do and why I want to do them. So I've made a lot of reference to, a sniper versus spraying bullets. There's no right or wrong. It's more of what do you need when. And I feel like this year I need to be more of a sniper, just so when it comes to targeting or zeroing in on what I want to do and just being laser focused on that and pushing it till the end. So for me, this year, a lot in that regard. So I'm looking forward to what this year is going to bring. And also just speaking to what my interests are this year. You already know, most of you already know that I do photography and user experience and user interface design. One of the things I've always wanted to delve into is motion graphics. So that's one thing I'm getting into, and I have an accountability partner to that effect, John, who's also helping me record this video right now. So we'll be working on a couple of things together, and hopefully some of that will end up on this channel. So yeah, you guys can also hold us accountable to that. But this year, growth, intentionality, just being free and being bold and seeing where all of these things I want to do will take me. What else have we been up to, Charlie? Charlie and I have been training together. And I'd say it has not been easy, not because it's so difficult to train the dog, but it was more of a me thing. My trainer and I have had a lot of conversations around, challenging myself to train my dog, because it's a perfect opportunity to bond with my dog, develop a relationship with him, just gel with him, and also get to know him. They're like kids. Every day their personality well, not every day, but every other time their personality changes as they get older. You discover new things, they learn new things, they develop bad habits here and there. Like, in general, they change. So spending a lot of time with your dog, not just playing with your dog, not just feeding him, not just sitting there with your dog, but also training with the dog, really bonds and cements that partnership and relationship that you have. So my trainer has been pushing me for quite a while to do that a little bit more. And I think words like, Chris, unajua mimi si trainer kama wewe, have been, directed towards him. But then one day I just got up and I was like, you know what? I'm actually going to try this and see how it goes. So a couple of things that I've taught him, and before I talk about what I've taught him recently, I'd also just like to say that when I got him, before I shipped him off to the trainer, Chris, I taught him how to sit. And I was not intentional about teaching him how to sit. It's just one of those things that dog owners do. Like, you get a dog and the first thing you teach your dog is sit, or the first thing you tell your dog is sit. So that was one thing I did subconsciously, and I didn't even know that he had learned how to do it. So after he stayed with the trainer for a while, the trainer was like, okay, I see Charlie came already knowing how to sit. So that was a good thing. So just speaking more to what I have taught him over the past couple of weeks, I've taught him 3 new things. So one, I've taught him how to roll. These are nice tricks that your dog could learn for different reasons. So whether you're going to do competitive, you're getting into competitions with your dog, and whatever category, like teaching your dog how to roll is one thing to do, and one trick to learn, and it's interesting how you do that. I think one we're definitely going to get into doing a bit of training videos, so you'll get to see the behind the scenes of how to do that. But that's one thing I've taught him. I've also taught him how to weave. So weaving is basically, going in between your legs and all of that. That's one thing that's also showcased in dog competitions, but it's faster the way it is done. And they have, I don't know if I should call them pipes or whatever, so it tests the agility of your dog and all of that. So this is one way to begin to teach your dog how to do that when you get to that level. So I taught him how to weave, and I've also taught him how to center. The reason why center is important is when it comes to personal protection, uh, what my trainer and I are working on is, as he gets into protection mode, he comes between my legs. So that is one thing I have been able to teach him. So the challenge is for me to continue teaching him new things. I want to get into, obedience training for my dog and teaching my dog as many tricks as I can. It's not only good for our bond, but also good for the dog, because German Shepherds are the third most intelligent dog breeds in the world. So it's not just enough to physically stimulate them. It's also important that you mentally stimulate them and constantly teach them new things, because they're very eager to learn and they learn fast. Charlie learned the roll in 2 days. He learned the weave in 2 days, and he learned the center in 2 days. The first day was introducing it to him. When I thought he hadn't gotten it, the following day I just, said the command for the sake of it, and he did it. So that's how quickly German Shepherds get to learn. So it's important that you get to do that. So those are the things Charlie and I have been up to the past couple of weeks since we last saw each other on YouTube. And we're going to dive right into the next section, which is listening to the voice note that Kate had shared with me and responding to the voice note. So here we go.
Hola, good morning, Brad. How are you doing? Congratulations. I saw the video yesterday. I'm glad to hear you have a new job. And yeah, I'm liking your hair. Like, oh my gosh, your locks look like they are so organized. I was like, this must be how people do orientation these days. You're like, oh, let's show up with our best foot forward and all that. And more importantly, like Charlie is really. Oh, am like every time I'm watching, I'm like, this is a few months in, eh? And look at the size the dog has gotten to. So that being said, I wanted to say congratulations, and I'm really happy for you, and I hope the new job and this whole new phase you are in life is like fantastic and amazing and awesome and everything you wanted it to be. Now, that is for that. Then, in terms of the videos, so I am one of those people who are terrified of dogs. I am now working on it and getting over the fear of dogs. So now that you're working with trainers and I am seeing you putting your hand happily between the jaws of a dog with such sharp teeth. And I was just thinking to myself, this man is giving me pressure. Get your hand out of the dog's mouth. What I'd like to say in the future, when you have time, if you can, yeah, could you do a video for tips for those who are getting over the fear of dogs, so that we stop being afraid of dogs? Like, I know it's irrational and everything, but it's one thing to tell myself to be brave, and it's another when I'm looking at a dog and I'm like, those teeth are sharp. So yeah, that is my request for future video content. All in all, I wish you a wonderful rest of the weekend and have fun and enjoy. Bye.
So thank you so much, Kate, for sharing the voice note with me. And just to sink my teeth into what you have said concerning my hair, they say, "Sio juju ni maombi." Anyway, all jokes aside, I think guys don't realize how much it takes to take care of natural hair of any kind, whether that's an afro or that's dreadlocks. I think we are so used to just taking a shower using the same soap we use on our bodies, on our hair, and all these things about oiling your scalp and moisturizing your hair and covering your hair when you sleep, and all of those things that come with natural hair and dreadlocks is very new to us. Those are a couple of things I had to learn when I decided to have dreadlocks on. So I don't use wax, normal wax, to wax my hair, because it gets very itchy and it irritates my scalp. So I stopped using that, and also because it leaves a lot of residue on one's hair. So I use castor oil to twist my locks. I also treat my hair every time I go to get my hair did. Of course, there's a lot of moisturizing, and I use rose water for that. I cover my hair when I go to sleep. Other than that, what do I do? Oh yeah, I try to eat healthy, not because of my hair, generally because I'm trying to stay fit and I'm trying to age with grace, and also just drinking a lot of water. So I will add links to the description box of all the products that I use in case anyone else is wondering. And yeah, that's it about my hair. Concerning Charlie, stop eating daddy's plants. Come on, good dog. So concerning the fear, getting over the fear of dogs, this is how I would like to approach that question. I'm not a dog expert, one who understands dog psychology or a dog whisperer of any kind, but I'd like to respond to that question based off of my personal experience. Last year was very rough for me. I think I've alluded to that in one of my previous videos in the channel. I went through a difficult time with mental health, and I was very stressed, and that progressed to anxiety and panic attacks and depression. And during that time, well, I had been thinking about dogs for a very long time, but during that time, dogs to the tune or to the effect of helping people deal with mental health conditions like PTSD, that's post-traumatic stress disorder, anxiety, stress, panic attacks, and all of that. So I had been thinking about dogs to that effect, and one of the reasons why, the main reason actually why I decided to get Charlie was that particular reason. And like I mentioned before, we had never owned dogs before or had them before, so this was very new territory to me, and there was fear. One, there's fear of the unknown, and two, dogs can be fearful, at least from what we've seen in movies, from Hollywood, whether it's Dobermans or Rottweilers sort of being demonized. So a lot of that also came into play. So I had two things. To think about: my fear of dogs and my fear of where my struggles with mental health could lead me to, because I had begun to hit rock bottom at that particular time. So my fear for dogs was lesser than my fear for where my issues would go. So I decided to get a dog, and for that particular reason, I decided to research more around dogs that help with what I was dealing with. So we are looking for companion dogs, so German Shepherds, Dobermans, just dogs, golden retrievers, Labradors, dogs that help with companionship. So to begin to answer your question, thinking about why you're getting dogs or why you're looking to get your dog could help you begin to address that particular fear. So for me, that was why I was getting a dog, and that was why I sort of began to overcome my fear for dogs, because I knew there was this particular benefit I wanted. So getting one that would help me with that would sort of help me begin to look at them differently and think about them differently. The other things I would say that would help you sort of begin to get over, Charlie, come, the fear of dogs is, one, interacting with people who have dogs that you're looking to get based off of why you're looking to get them. So if you're looking to get a German Shepherd because you're looking for a companion, just beginning to speak to other people who have German Shepherds and finding out from them what their experience is like, what is it like living with them, what benefits are they getting. Dogs are not perfect, so what are the challenges they're facing as a result of having these dogs. So just speaking with them and even interacting with their dogs could also begin to help you get over this fear of dogs. The other thing you could do is getting your dog trained. So once you get a dog, you could decide to learn how to train your dog to do basic things like sit, come, stay, and all of that. Or you could speak to a trainer and get your dog trained so that it becomes obedient, it becomes well socialized, because when dogs are not well socialized, out of fear, they become aggressive, and that's one of the reasons why people find them fearful. Dogs sometimes don't become aggressive because they want to. When they get into a state of fear, they can lash out. So beginning to understand some of their behaviors and how they think would also help you change how you think about them a little bit, but also understand and be able to intercept certain behavior as they come and before they come. Sorry, Charlie is chewing something. Just please, what is that he's chewing? Just take it off. I don't know where he got bones. Charlie, come. Come, Charlie. Charlie. Ebu mnyang'anye. Sorry, just I need to take something out of his mouth. Sorry, Charlie was chewing something. I had to stop that because I wasn't sure what he was chewing, and that could have been dangerous to him. So I was saying, understanding how your dog thinks and why they do certain things or behave in certain ways could also help you begin to address your fear of dogs. Off of the top of my head, these are some of the things that I have personally done and have come to see them help me sort of view them differently and stop fearing them. That's why I'm able to play with Charlie the way I'm able to, and I'm able to accompany my dog trainer to training sessions to train other dogs. And I'm hoping this could begin to help you deal with your fear of dogs. So, like I'd mentioned earlier, thank you so much, Kate, for sharing your thoughts with us and your question with us via voice notes. Remember, if you'd like to ask us any question, share any thoughts or feedback, you can use the comment section on our YouTube channel. You can DM me on Facebook, send me a message on WhatsApp, and we'll be sure, and also send us an email. Our email is in the description box, and we'll be able to get back to you as soon as we can. Thank you so much for watching this particular episode and for always supporting us as we go along. Remember, we are trying to get to 500 subscribers, so please, if you're watching and you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Thank you, and until next time, bye. Shall we say bye? Say bye. Bye, guys.